welcome to episode 205. And for this video, we've come down to Devon and Lakeside Fisheries. Being joined, if you can stop laughing, Craig, Matty, Carpymadness, and of course, the legends that are the fishing bloggers. We're here for 48 hours, guys.
Good.
We met up a few miles down the road at a little cafe and had a nice fried breakfast this morning before we got here. And then, yeah, we're here now, so we have a little look around the lake that we're on, Birch Lake, the smaller lake of the complex. And we had a look around, had a look at the swims, give them some numbers, and then we've done a little draw. And then, yeah, so we've all got our pegs. We've come down to the hut just to start the wind to do this intro, guys, because it is quite windy out there. But guys, I'm going to introduce something new into my socials, just for a little bit of new element of fun. Add a little new element of fun into socials. So guys, whenever there's a social now, guys, whoever is going to be in the lead, catching more fish, most weight, gets to wear the new top rod hat. There we go, guys.
No one to be wearing that one.
So it's never been worn yet. It's still a virgin hat. So
just like that.
So there we go. So whoever catches the first fish, or then goes on to catch more fish, has to wear top rod hats. There we go, guys. Right. Anyway, we're going to get back down to the. We're going to get back down to the lake now, guys, so we can actually go and get the rods out. So, till later, let's go fishing. Hi guys, so everyone's down in their respective swims now. And not sure if anyone's got a rod out yet, but just sorting my rigs out. So, as I said in the intro, we're on Lakeside Fisheries, and between us we've exclusively hired out the sort of the middle-sized lake on the complex, which is 3 acres, called Birch Lake. There's actually 9 swims on this whole lake. I think there's like 6 on this side and 4 on the far side. But between the 5 of us, we've clubbed together, and like I said, we've exclusively booked the lake. We are all in a row just on this side, so we can be nice and social. So you know that we don't have to worry about anyone fishing on the far bank to worry about crossing lines, etc. Right, never fished this lake before. I've only ever been on the main lake, and that was about 2 years ago, and blanked. Tried to do a little bit of research online about this lake. There wasn't a lot of information going. People just didn't know or wasn't very forthcoming. Again, because I think most people who come here fish the main big lake, which is behind us. But so as a starting tactic, and guys, because we're fishing blind, we've got nothing to go on information wise. So I'm going 1 rod PVA bag. Another rod, just simple knotless knot rig, and as you can see, I've got half a bottom bait and half a pop-up on there, and before I cast it out, I'll put a PVA stick on that rig. And then 3rd rod will be a good old Ronnie rig. So trying 3 different tactics for a starter, and then we'll just see how it goes from there. I'm going to go around the far side in a minute, because the swim I'm in, you'll see later on, is I've probably got 6 rod lengths to the far side, so I'm planning on fishing the far margin, but because the far bank is so close in my swim, I'm not going to spot or anything. I'm just going to walk around the far side, pick some spots, and then chuck some bait in from the far margin. My right hand rod, there's an island to my right which Craig is fishing to, but from this swim I can get a rod behind the island. Again, we'll see that in a little while. And I'm just going to use that right hand rod. I'm just going to chuck it down the down the middle of the channel behind the island, and then the middle and left rods will just fish to markers on the far bank. There's a post dead in front of me. I'll use that as a marker for my left rod, and there's some tree stumps where it looks like recently some trees have been cut down just to the right, and I'll use one of them as my middle rod marker. Right, so we're nearly ready to go then, guys. I've just got to attach these to the rods and then we'll be fishing. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go round and bait up the marks I'm going to fish with some bait. The bait I'm using this session is a new bait, but we'll talk about that later on in this video. Right, let's go and put some bait up first then, guys. Well, good evening, guys. We are approaching sort of 6 o'clock in the evening now. Obviously with a lack of footage from me or any of the other lads I'm here with, nothing's happened at the moment. A few of the other lads are doing a few little recasts and either freshening up their bait or PVA bags. I'm in a bit of a dilemma what to do myself. Do I put fresh bait on? I mean, the rods really at this point in time have only really been out about 4 hours, so do I need to put fresh bait on or redo a PVA bag? I don't think so. So rather than disturb my swim doing any recasts or whatever, I'm going to leave the bait, rods, rigs how they are for now, and then if anything doesn't happen during the night, then I'll reassess the fishing situation in the morning. Obviously in the morning I probably will refresh me rigs or bait of some sort, but yeah, it's all quiet so far. I mean, we've been having a good social, which is why after the rods went out we haven't really seen much action going on, because we've just been up kind of like in the middle of where we all are, just kind of chatting and being social and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, going into, like as I said, rods have only been up 4 hours on the bait that rod, so I really don't see the point of refreshing bait and what have you for this evening. So just leave it there, see if anything does pick up the rigs, and then hopefully you'll see one of us during the course of the night. As I said, there's 5 of us here, so there's 5 chances of one of us putting a fish in this blog. Like I said, as I said earlier, we are fishing this lake blind. We didn't have a lot of information to go on. We are still in winter, we are still fishing in cold water conditions, so we're not expecting it to be prolific anyway, so but if anyone can get a fish between us just to put a fish in the blog, we all said we'd be happy with that, just so that we can have something to show you. It doesn't matter whether it's for me, Sean, you, Matty, Craig. So right, anyway, right, I'm going to stop waffling there, guys, and hopefully you'll get to see me or one of us during the course of the night, because I reckon it'll be dark soon. Like I say, it's nearly 6 o'clock now. The days are starting to draw out a little bit longer now, with the daylight lasting a bit longer. It is starting to get noticeable now. Right, anyway, that's enough waffle. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the night. Whether it's I'm in front of the camera or behind the camera, it doesn't matter. Fingers crossed. Oh, good morning, guys. And a pretty uneventful night. I've just been up to go and see all the other guys. No one's had anything in the night. Craig come the closest at some point in the night. He's had a fish on his middle rod, but unfortunately it come off. So yeah, he's the closest to anyone doing anything. Had a few bleeps in the night, but to be fair, I think it was just the wind. The wind last night was blowing an absolute howler. So windy last night. I heard a noise outside my bivvy in the night, and I just thought, oh, you know, noise, you don't think of anything more of it. Woke up this morning, and the bucket I used to keep my PVA bagging stuff in is minus its lid. So yeah, that's how windy it was last night. It blew the lid clean off my bucket for my PVA bagging stuff, and so I don't know where that is, so I'm going to have a little venture around to the other side of the lake, see if I can find my bucket lid. It was absolutely belting down with rain through the night as well, which that was forecast, but up until about 5 minutes ago it was raining quite heavy as well, which wasn't on the weather forecast. So but it's still extremely windy outside, guys, which is why I'm doing the filming inside me brolly. So trying to get any good filming done today is going to be a nightmare audio wise, because either I've got like a little muffler thing over me the mic on my camera. It can only do so much at preventing wind noises, so I'll do what filming I can to do, guys. We'll do the best we can, and then but if there's not much filming, I mean, I don't know if you can hear the wind outside at the moment, but yeah, it's blowing an absolute hoolie, so trying to get any good filming done today might be a bit difficult.
So having a quick change up basically. As nothing's been produced last night. Hugh had nothing, I've had nothing. So my left rod, I'm just changing it to German rig again, match a hatch sort of wafter, and then tipping it, or like drilling it out with, I'm putting a little bit of foam in it just to critically balance it. Just because I don't know whether the bites are finicky. Like Craig had one, didn't have one, but he lost one basically. So I don't know whether they're not sucking in enough, so I critically balance it. Put a few crushed boilies in a PVA mesh bag, nip it on. But I've crushed the boilies up, or just by hand basically, just because I'm fishing on the shelf. And up there. That's the winner. Hopefully that's going to bag us one. Quick change up, chuck that out, and then go from there.
There we go, some fine pub chuck in there. Here we go, guys. Hugh doing what he does best on the bank. Instagramming.
Yeah. That's all that works.
It's all about the gram. Not a gram like, but you know.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Have you made any changes or anything this morning, you?
So left hand rod's still on the solid bag it was out on last night. Middle rod I put out a zig, just because of nothing happening all night. And the right hand rod I've just put out on a single Ronnie, just out towards one of the islands. But yeah, trying to ring a couple of changes, just really even fishing for liners really, just try and work out where they are in the lake. But struggling.
Not backleading, no.
No back legs, just so I can pick it out, like you say. Any
Oh,
liners.
hello. Bleep on the right hand rod.
So you can be a liner. That's the hard thing at the moment. It's hard to tell the difference really. But
Yeah.
if I can work out where they are, I've got a half a chance.
Bit less wind in your matty swim than what we got.
Yeah, the hedgerow helps. I think it kind of acts as a bit of a barrier. But yeah, you done any changes?
I might put on some clean pants.
Yeah. New nappy.
Yeah.
Clean pants.
Yeah, I borrowed one of my mum's tenner lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That says going to the toilet and done it.
She's going to struggle all weekend, but
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Yeah. Just have a wee in my pants and then change the tenner lady later on. Get a bit more bank time, innit?
That's Carpy.
It's an edge. More time on the bank.
Yeah. Blanking.
Alright guys, we're Craig. And he seems to have a tray full of bits. What's going on, mate?
My reel's broke. Well, it's not broke, it's the spool's really stiff, so it's not like free running. I don't know why. I've had it before with these. I don't know what's going on because I got it on two of them.
Oh, what reels are they, in case any of the viewers can shed any light?
Daiwa QDAs. Yeah, it's a strange one. So I'm going to re-grease all the internals and see if that helps. But there was plenty of grease on it, so I don't think that's the issue. But yeah, no, it's a strange one. Any ideas, mate?
No, I can't say I've had a sticky reel problem before.
No, because I remember like when I had my Shimano's, the XTDs. I think when we both had them, they were always quite smooth, weren't they? Clutches were really nice and smooth. But on these, I think it was like the second session I ever used them, I had the issue. But, yeah, these the washers seem a bit damaged.
Go for the old Carbon Tex upgrade.
Yeah, I've been looking at it, but the thing is, like, obviously with the little one arriving, I've not really been out fishing much, so I've not really thought about it that much, to be honest.
Right, anyway, so enough about your broken reels.
Yes.
So,
Lost one.
you're the one that's come closest,
To the top rod.
yeah, to wearing the top rod at. So,
Yeah. No, I lost one about, I think it was about 2 o'clock this morning.
in the pouring rain.
Pouring rain, southwesterly winds. Not
Not me.
yours.
Not my.
No, not yours. Yeah, I don't know. I think. Well, it's definitely a hook pull. Don't know why. But yeah, that was middle rod. That was on a Ronnie rig, orange Northern Special pop up. The one that you see me put out. What? Earlier on in the evening before it got dark.
Yeah, not on film.
No, not on film.
Oh, oh, what's going on then, Sean?
Well, not a lot, but I've just had a couple of liners, so I'm wondering whether there's some fish closer in. So I've just reeled in a left and right rod and just dropped them in under my feet, basically, just to see if that does anything.
And back with the real news. You've figured out the problem on your
Well, yes. Yeah, he's slightly bent. So I figured out on these Daiwa spools, they have two legs.
hang on, let's have a little zoom in on that one. Hold him really steady.
Yeah?
Yep.
And on the other reel, one of those legs were bent. So I've just re-greased it, refitted it all back, and I got a brand new reel. Hopefully. We'll see what it's like later on once it's all settled in, but I'm just checking these ones. He's okay. Yeah, that's the spider. That one's just slightly off. So with my improvised pliers,
It's bent.
there we go, nice and straight. They're making love! So yeah, I'm hoping that solves the issue.
Right, so anyone with, what reels are they?
These are wing casts.
There you go, so
QDs.
anyone with that similar issue, guys, that's what you need to do. Take your washers out, bend the little legs in straight, put them back in, re-grease, bish bash bosh.
Or just drop me a DM.
Right guys, I've wound my rods in and now just gonna refresh all the up baits. As you've just seen, I've just been round the other side of the lake to where I'm fishing and put a little bit more bait in just to top up the spots. Not a lot, as you've seen, just a few like sort of half handfuls, and what I've done is, well, like some of the bait I chucked in, I crumbed it up to give more of an attraction. So this is my right hand rod, the PVA bag rod. That'd be handy if I had a PVA bag handy. So yeah, still nothing's happened, so it's sort of lunchtime now, so almost getting on for 24 hours where the rods have been out now, guys, and so good a time as any now to refresh the hook baits. There we go. One bag, push the lid in, packed it all down. Lick and stick. Tuck the bottom corners in. Not like it really has to be massively aerodynamic anyway, guys. This PVA bag, it's only probably going 10 rod lengths, 10 wraps. Right, there we go. That's the PVA bag rod done. Oh. So I think now's a good time to tell you about the bait I'm using this session. It's a new fish meal one from Hinders. A lot of you who follow Hinders bait might know that last year they stopped doing the Mystic Plum, and this is basically the sort of the replacement fish meal bait. Hasn't got a name yet. It's, at the moment they're just calling it kind of the fish bait as a kind of a nickname until they give it a proper name, but it does smell very potent. I've smelt one of the early trials of the bait and it wasn't as potent, and Kifu, they've got working for Indus now, has kind of revamped it and made it really smelly, but really it smells like it would do the job anyway. Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on and get my other 2 rods sorted, and then I can get fishing again. But it's been a bit of a tough session. I say Craig's the only one that's come closest so far with a fish. Right, let's get these rods out.
Foot 2, 3 foot 4. 4 foot. 3 foot 7 then. 4 foot now. I reckon it's gradual. No. It's going straight down now, yeah, down to 5.
There we go then, guys. So with the minimal baiting tactics we've been doing up to now, no one's had anything, so as you can see, Matty's decided to go all out and bomb the granny out of it. Yeah, I say it might as well, but nothing up to now has worked, has it? So if you start all in on the spot, then I'm sure we'll all be copying.
for the first person that comments, oh, they're not feeling for the drop. It's 3 foot of water, you can't feel the drop.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just clear that up now.
Yeah. And to be fair, with solid bagging on a clear bottom lake, you don't need to feel for a drop anyway. Right, we've just seen the other guys changing tactics, guys, and I believe you've done the same.
Yeah, I've changed tactics, well, changed species. I've decided to put a couple of rods out for the perch, and already I'm getting a bit of indication. So it looks like there's a few perch in here, so I thought I'd have a little go for them. I got my perch kit with me. Seeing as the carp fishing's a bit quiet, I thought I'd give that a go and see if I could catch a decent perch. So I probably won't fish tonight for them, so I don't want to go deep hooking anything, but just a couple of hours leading up to dark, I'll have them out and hopefully we can have them.
Alright, you're going to switch back to the carp for the night, yeah?
Yeah, I put a couple of bags out again for the night, for the carp, but this is like prime time now, this time up until just after dark, so I thought I'd see if something happens, so it's worth a go, you never know.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Hopefully you might see a nice stripey on the bank.
You never know. Let's hope so.
Right guys, I've had a few shout out requests over the last week or so, while I'm confined to me bivvy at the moment because it's raining again, we'll go through these shout out requests I've had. So the first one is from Kevin Payne, and he wants to say a big hello to Deborah Adams. The second shout out is, I apologise if I haven't pronounced this right, but Raj McGuinness, and he wants to say hello to his brother Tom and his missus, and congratulations on your baby boy. So yeah, congratulations Tom and missus on baby boy. Third shout out is from Mr. Leaves 650, and a big hello to Lee, Lloyd, Tyler and Naughty Nicky. So a big hello to all you guys. And fourth shout out is from a John Chats, and it's to his son Christy, and John says good luck on beating his PB. So yeah, try and beat his PB, Christy. Next shout out is from Mark Coyle, and it's to Christine, and apparently Christine loves my blogs. Not sure if that's sarcastic or not, but thank you very much if you do. And the last shout out is from a Johnny, again apologies if I haven't pronounced this right, Johnny Sobalak, and it's to Eddie, and Johnny says to you, Eddie, that he's better than you. Right, that's it for shout outs this video, guys.
Right, I can't really hold it very well, but I've had a bite on the perch rod and I've got an eel. So not the intended species, but it's the first fish of our social so far. There he goes. But yeah, definitely not the intended quarry, so I'm getting it back.
Yeah, I'm got to say sorry, Sean, but it doesn't qualify for top rod hat.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Right, let's get it back.
Oh, good morning, guys, and welcome to a very, very, very windy Sunday morning. And I'm not talking about the warm southwesterlies either. It has been blowing an absolute hoolie through the night. Everyone's up now. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet, and everyone's up because we got to be off the lake by 10 o'clock. So everyone's up nice and early to start packing up. which is what I'm doing now, and obviously by the lack of nighttime footage, no one has had absolutely anything in the night, so yeah, it's been really quiet. So we are on to 10 o'clock, and yeah, 10 to 8 now, guys. So but I think in reality, I think we're going to start packing up very soon, because as well as this absolute howling wind that we've got, we are due some heavy rain in, I think, in about the next hour. So I think everyone's plan is just to, nothing's happened up to now, so just to sack off fishing up to 10 o'clock and probably start packing up and get packed up within the next hour before the heavy rain is due to hit, you know, while everything is still kind of dry. I think that's the plan anyway, guys. So that's what I'm going to do, start carrying stuff up to the van. It's impossible even to use your barrow because the ground around us is just so waterlogged, you can't push a barrow through it, so we've had to sort of walk everything down to your swims. It's not far, it's only about 100 yards back to where we're parked, so. Right, I'm going to crack on with that. Unfortunately, guys, you've not brought me any luck. Right, guys, we're finishing it where we started, in the hut, because the weather is absolutely abysmal. Been a great social with these guys, but unfortunately the fishing wasn't as good. We probably didn't help ourselves all by bunching up on one side of the lake, but if we had it spread out, we wouldn't have been able to have a social, which was the intention of this session. So it's been a good session, guys. Although it has been a blank.
Very good.
Well, apart from Shaun's eel, and I'm just really gutted for you guys because no one's got to wear top rod hat.
I know, devastating.
I know.
Someone has got a new hat though. Haven't they?
Lovely new hat here.
Right then, guys. Anyway. No, you Right guys, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this social despite the blank. So until next time, guys, tie lines.
So